My name is Rekha and today I'm going to have a beneficial discussion with Mr. Ashutosh. Yes, so his name is Mr. Ashutosh and he is doing LLB and he's in third year. So let's have a look and let's ask some question about personality development and body language to Mr. Ashutosh. Yes, Mr. Ashutosh, could you please introduce yourself first of all?
Yeah, for sure. Myself, Ashutosh Sharma. I'm from Jaipur, Pink City, and I'm doing law. I'm in my third year.
Okay,
So, like before starting, I'm gonna share. Like, I'm feeling very grateful with all of you here with a very informative topic that is known as body language today. So, body language. What does come in your mind when we talk about body language? What does that really mean? Body language is, if we talk about generally in simple words, so it is a kind of a language of a body,
yeah,
a language which is used by body without any words. That is known as body language.
yeah,
So, in other words, if you try to put it into, have you ever faced a situation in which you are standing on stage
yeah,
and a lot of crowd is there which is staring at you and you are feeling so blank and nervous at that time? So
yeah,
that time, the feeling that comes and that shows that pretty much decide that what body language you are having.
yeah,
Is it positive or is it negative?
yeah,
So there comes that. And body language, if we talk more about it, then it is a kind of non-verbal communication. I
yeah,
mean, without any words, we use it. And the scope of it is really very vast.
yeah,
So today, that's what we are gonna discuss. Like, it is a kind of thing by which we get to know about the mind of a person, the state of a mind of a person. That without using any words, you will get to know that what that person is going to have in his mind, whether he is positive, whether he is negative, whether he is feeling nervous, whether he is hesitant to do something.
yeah.
So things like that. This goes. So I think that would be enough to talk about body language, and we are gonna move forward to other things as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, of course, you made a very great point that, in crowds, in front of people, in front of audiences, we do hesitate and we do get nervous while speaking in front of stage. So we do have stage phobia inside us. So what do you think that how we can overcome from stage phobia and how we can overcome from hesitation and nervousness while speaking in front of stage?
For sure. There are many ways by which we can control our emotions and thoughts at the time when we are appearing on stage.
Yeah,
So the things goes like that. The first strategy which comes, that is, we don't have to show that those people that we are feeling nervous about it, even if we are feeling so nervous about it, because there is a reason behind that. Because if we show those people that we are so nervous, the negative impression those people are going to get from us. So that is something which is a blunder on our part. So how can we remove it? Like by like showing less nervousness to people, by trying to focus on the topic which you are having at hand to talk about,
yeah,
by having a very calm body posture in front of those people, and by using proper hand gestures. See, hand gestures are really a very, very important thing, because if we use hand gestures, there we give the impression to those people that we are really enjoying being with them on stage,
yeah,
or we are having an engagement, kind of engagement with those people. So there comes the confidence in us. So that is the thing. These are some few points if we keep in our mind while on stage or while speaking to anyone or while attending any seminar.
yeah.
So if we do these type of things, we can really have a very good impact of us on those people, which will be appreciated endlessly. So
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
these are few points which we always have to keep in our mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your point of views, the way you express the things. I really appreciate it. And I think that you suggested a lot of points that do plays a very, very important role in order to build up our confidence and in order to maintain our personality in front of people, in front of audience. So actually, I want to ask one question and it's kind of a very general question. So how can we maintain personality in front of people? How can we maintain our gestures, our body gestures and the proper body language in front of people?
Like we have I think I have already answered all these
Yeah,
few points which
yeah,
I had mentioned. Those points are to be kept in mind while the person is going to appear in public. Now, usually what happens when we go in any public speech or seminar,
yeah,
before that seminar, before one night, we are so determined. We are so courageous. We are gonna do that. We are gonna nail that. But actually, what happens when we go in public at that moment, we blank out.
yeah,
We just forget everything. We think that we are feeling like a fish out of water, so nervous, and we feel like just running away from that place and just try to hide ourselves at that time, at
yeah,
that moment, for the moment. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
these
No,
type of things usually happen.
yeah, exactly.
These type of things usually happen.
Yeah. I think that,
Yes, sure, you can ask.
yeah, I think that, I want to put up my points. I think that, due to lack of visualization, we do face nervousness, hesitation, and while speaking in front of stage. So I think that, we should work on our visualization. We should work on our self-confidence, and we just have to believe on ourselves that whatever we speak, it must be correct and it must make some sense, right? So it's very important. Okay, so actually I want to
For
ask
sure.
a question. Like, what do you think that, what's the importance of body language in our day-to-day basis, in our daily life?
Importance, yeah, important. That's a very nice point indeed you have asked.
Yeah,
Importance of body language, like it's everywhere. Like everywhere it is very important. Just from a thing which, a simple or little thing which we actually encounter every week. We just go to a market, like we just have to face a lot of people there. So
yeah,
there comes the importance. From the simple market to international or national seminars we talk, there we have to present ourselves. And
yeah,
how do we do that effectively? That is also the part of a body language. So see, the scope of this is extremely wide, as I have already mentioned. So the scope cannot be confined into one territory or thing like that. It is so limitless, we can say.
yeah,
So if it is so limitless, so we had to practice it. So
yeah,
Rekha, you know what? I had seen many people who were there in a very good position in their life, RAS or RJs they were, but they were lacking self-confidence
yeah,
in speaking with others,
yeah,
especially in English.
yeah,
So these things were there which I encountered, where I found out that people who have attained that position in their life, which we are aspiring for, they have got that thing, but still they are so hesitant to do that. So that made me think that the language of a body is really, really plays a very vital role in a life of a person. And without it, we cannot imagine a life of a person. It would be just like an animal, because we are human creatures. We need to express it. We have to be extrovert in order to get more and more knowledge. So there comes the importance of it.
yeah, exactly. I really appreciate it. The way you define the things and the way you explain the things, I really appreciate it. And I think that you mentioned a lot of points. You mentioned a very good points that people will definitely get benefited after, listening our videos and after watching our videos. Okay, so I think that, suddenly one question came in my mind that, what are the qualities we have to develop in ourselves in order to be a good public speaker?
Okay. Yeah. There are certain qualities if we talk about. First of all, before going into this like quality things, I need to focus on two main things. That is, there are two types of body language,
Yeah,
like which a person could have. The first one is a positive body language. The second one is a negative one. So in positive body language, we have already discussed those. We should have that nodding agreement,
yeah,
smiling, humor, and hand gestures, facial expressions, stuff like that. But in the negative body language, the things comes that is we are like so nervous. The first thing which comes, that is nervousness. If we talk about the negative body language, so nervousness, and there comes that we sometimes, you might also have felt in your college time or school time that when you go on stage, you start behaving so impatiently, impetuously. It means your movement of your hands and legs become so fast at that time. And the reason, what is that? That is just nervousness. We are nervous at that time. So these are some things which shows the negative side of the body language, which we all the people should have to focus on.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. This is very good points that you have mentioned, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so that I want to ask one situational question. Like, that nowadays people do fear while speaking, people do hesitate while speaking. So what are what are some tips that you want to give to the beginners, to the learners towards learning English?
Yes, that's true. We all have fear inside us. I think you are agree with that point.
Yeah, for sure.
We human beings, we have fear. Like
Yeah,
some people have fear of heights, some people have fear of being judged by others, some
yeah,
people have fear of facing public. So we all have fear, and that's quite normal and natural.
yeah,
If we people have no fears, then who would have fear? Like animals? Yeah, but fear is there. That is a thing which is to be universally accepted in human being. So now the question is that key, how can we remove that fear which is becoming a kind of hindrance in the growth of our, like, if suppose if we want to achieve something in our life, and there becomes that there is this fear which is holding me back. Just
yeah,
because of that fear, we are not going to expose us the way we want to. So
yeah.
that fear somewhere or the other is becoming so destructive in our nature. And if we don't remove it, it will gulp our whole of the life.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think you agree with that point. Yeah. So how to remove that? That is the next question which comes to the mind of a person. And for just to removing this fear, what most of the people does, some they just go for that, what do you call, applications just to improve it. Some use like some other speaking programs, they go for training. But they get that thing, but what I want to say is that if that thing which does not come from your inner, you cannot remove it. Like you can take additional many things from the market which is available outside there.
Yeah,
But until and unless the thing which will not come from your own mind, from your own inner self, you're not going to remove that fear. You can temporarily get some confidence just to being with those people, but you cannot remove it eventually. So removing it, it's a very difficult task for some people. Now, for me, what does work that for me, two mainly two to three things work really. Like first is meditation goes. Like if I do that, I became so concentrated. Many people believe it, many people don't. That's up to them. That's their mentality. We can't change it. For me, it does work. And generally, if we talk about it, how can we remove the fear of a person generally? So they have to keep those things in mind which I had already mentioned. Like they have to be calm and composed while they are speaking to others. They have to be very presentable. They have to be so they have to be sensibly present themselves. Like speaking in general, it's not a very easy task. Like some people can speak very nice, they have skills, but their presentation skills is not that much good. That is the reason they are always being rejected, you know. They don't get the reason why they are being rejected despite of giving this much good performance.
yeah,
So there what comes, these type of things happens with everyone. But the few points which I had mentioned, if we keep them in our mind, we
yeah,
can
for sure.
really overcome it, no
Yeah,
matter how big the
exactly.
fear is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Ashutosh. You mentioned a very good points, and I hope that people will definitely get benefited after watching our video, after listening our videos. So, guys, it was a very nice conversation with Mr. Ashutosh, and I hope that you're gonna learn so many things because the points that Ashutosh has mentioned, it's very, very true points. So, guys, it was a nice conversation with Mr. Ashutosh. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for joining for joining.
Thanks a lot, Rekha. Thanks a lot to
Yeah,
guys. Okay.
yeah. So, thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day.
Sure.